Hello students, good morning. So today we are going to start a new chapter that is called web security, and in this web security we have to study according to syllabus what is HTTP and how it's working, that means its working process. Then what is server content, what is client content, and what are the states within the server and client. Then what are the attackings of on web servers, and then what is e-commerce design, right? That we have to study. So here also in chapter 7, the content of chapter 7, understanding the HTTP, then what are the weakness and attacks are there, then developing a secure website, that is not there, but we have the understanding tracking mechanism, then building e-commerce design, that we are going to see over here. So before we are going to study about the web security, first we should know what is HTTP. HTTP stands for Hypertext Transfer Protocol. This HTTP stands for Hypertext Transfer Protocol. So around the year 2000 of the internet transitioned from the file transfer protocol to hypertext transfer protocol. So from when the internet is started, we are using the file transfer protocol. That means we are sharing the file from one system to another system. But further in 2000, this file transfer protocol moved to the hypertext transfer protocol, right? Hypertext transfer protocol. This marks a broad acceptance of the World Wide Web, right? This marks a broad acceptance of the World Wide Web. That means it will be accepted, the hypertext transfer protocol accepted all over the world. Either that is a student, teacher, clerk, businessman, parents, then grandparents, children, whatever it may be, all are accepted this HTTP. And do you know that till now we are using this HTTP? There is only one change, that HTTPS, right? And that S stands for security, right? So till now we are using that. So we have to first we are going to see what is HTTP, right? So HTTP is a general communication protocol used to transfer request, response and data between the web client and web server. What is our second topic? That will be our second topic. So why we are using the HTTP and what is HTTP? It is a general communication, right? It is a general communication protocol. And why we are using this? To request, response and data transfer, right? For request transfer, response transfer and data transfer. Between whom? Between the client and server, right? If you are searching something on a web browser, you are the client, and from where the data is going to come to you in the web browser, that is called a server. Okay. Data transfer can be in the form of plain text, formatted text and encoded binary, right? Data जो है आपके पास ट्रांसफर होता है किसमें? Plain text में, and that plain text must be formatted. Why that is formatted? Because to look like a clear view or a good view, right? Then another thing is there are some binary encoded numbers also. Okay. Although not as common, the extensible protocol is occasionally used by the client accessing proxy and gateway and the communicate to server in other protocols. These gateways provide the ability of HTTP to communicate with the following, right? Even though this is not popular nowadays, but previously it was popular, right? Nowadays the popularity gains HTTPS, right? But till then also it is going to be used. Where it is going to use and why it is going to use? So to transfer your mail, to transfer something on the network, okay, network news transfer, right? To transfer your news, to transfer your mail, to transfer your file. Then there we have post office protocol, that is POP, right? This post office protocol nowadays we are using in SMTP, that means we are using in with our email ID, that's all. Then wide area information servers, then GOPHER, Gopher servers, right? These places we are going to use the HTTP, but nowadays in these all places we are going to use hypertext transfer protocol, for security, that is HTTPS, right? Okay. Hypertext transfer protocol exists on the top layer, or we can say that top of the layer for transmission control protocol, right? Where we are studying about, we have the two standard protocol. One is called as TCP/IP and another is OSI model, right? We have the two models. One is TCP/IP model and another is OSI model. So here this HTTP stands the fourth layer of TCP/IP. The fourth layer of TCP/IP. Each HTTP session initiated with the HTTP three-way handshake. It terminates with the acknowledgement FIN packet, and most HTTP traffic takes place across TCP port 80, right? So TCP HTTP का जो पोर्ट है TCP के अंदर, that is पोर्ट 80 है, और जो है हमारा ये जो है थ्री वे ट्रैफिक रिक्वेस्ट करता है. हाउ दैट इज गोइंग टू बी सी इन द नेक्स्ट few minutes. HTTP have a range of command और method it can be used, right? HTTP के पास कई सारे commands और method हैं जो कि यूज किए जाते हैं HTTP के साथ, वो हम आगे देखेंगे उसके syntax और कैसे यूज करते हैं. Although by design it the capable of much more security concern and lack of necessity have reduced HTTP to a small handful to common methods. These methods, their purpose and syntax are described below. Okay, so we have some methods. The first method is get, second method is head, then third one is post, and fourth one is put, and fifth one is delete. Already with the name itself you are clear with some point, like get. So if there is a client or you are the user, right? So you are using the get command to get the information from the server. To get the information from the server, already written over here. If you are going to read that, a request from client to retrieve an object from the server, right? This way. So how we are going to write that? Get request URI and then version. So what is URI and what is version? Version is nothing but HTTP version, right? And what is URI? So this slash you are going to see, this is called URI, or this is going to be called URI. There in an example also. Go through the example, read this. Okay. Okay. So this is the get method to retrieve the object from the server. And who is going to retrieve? Client. Okay. So next we are coming to the head. A request from the client to retrieve meta information. That means why we are using the head. If there is some information on the net and we are going to get the information about that data, then that is called metadata. That is called metadata. That means data about the data. Data about the data. So head we are going to use get the meta information about an object from the server, right? Syntax will be same, head, request, URI, and then version. So why we are using the post? To store some information through the handler on the server, right? To store some information. Using the get command we are retrieving the information. Using the post command we are storing the information. A request from the client to send an object to a handler on a server, on the server, right? और ये जो है एक हैंडलर के थ्रू होता है. फॉर एन एग्जांपल कोई ना कोई हैंडलर आपको चाहिए इसे जो है, तो यहाँ जो है देखिए एग्जांपल में जो है यूज किया गया है व्हाट हैंडलर दे आर गोइंग टू यूज वी विल सी. सो पोस्ट इज द कीवर्ड, देन रिक्वेस्ट URI version, right? So how we are going to use? So here we have CGI bin, that is the handler, right? Apache is your handler. There are several handler also available in the to post your request, like Apache is one of them, then CGI bin is another of them, and then we have Glassdoor, right? That one will be the third one, and similarly there are several handler are there, right? So post request URI version. So post, then in request we are going to first add handler, then message.cgi http 1.1, that is the version, right? Then we have put a request from the client to send an object and place it directly on the server, right? With the object it is going to send the place also where it is going to be kept, like an example put, then where we have to route all those files within the home, where we have to do within the home, then mypage.html http 1.0, remaining things will be same. So put and post near to same, but put having the address but post doesn't have the address, and delete is used to delete the object from the server, right? Okay, then next, working of HTTP, right? Working of HTTP. So here we have another example also how HTTP works. So in general, how HTTP works. If we are going to talk about the working of HTTP, we can say that HTTP operates through a simple request and respond model, right? होता क्या है, the client or web browser initiate a session by issuing a request method and request object, right? The web server process and handles this request and appropriate response in return to the client. यही होता है, ये जो है क्लाइंट जो है एक रिक्वेस्ट भेजता है और वेब सर्वर उसे जो है देखता है, चेक करता है और फिर से वो जो है क्या करता है, रिटर्न बैक कर देता है क्लाइंट को। और यही होता है जब आप कोई भी वेब पेज खोलते हैं तो यही होता है, आप पहले जो है कुछ ना कुछ सर्च करते हैं। सर्च करने का मतलब ये है कि आप रिक्वेस्ट भेज रहे हैं किसे, सर्वर को, सेंड मी द रिलेटेड डेटा टू दिस कंटेंट, राइट? So that is going to be sent, but this all things is happen with 3 acknowledgement, right? So what are the 3 acknowledgement? That's we are going to see. Here we have another thing how this works, right? How this works, this is written over here. Okay, example of various successful and unsuccessful HTTP requests from an Apache web server log file, right? So this is that one. So let us see how that is going to be work. It is already explained over here. We have a HTTP implementation. We have a topic HTTP implementation. There are 2 primary release of HTTP. One is 1.0, another is 1.1. Okay. So what is 1.0 and 1.1? So 1.0 is called Okay, these 2 versions are defined as the major and minor, right? Major and minor notation, and are meant to provide formatting and capability information by the sender for the receiver, right? Minor numbers are incremented when changes are made that do not affect the overall parsing algorithm, right? Major numbers are incremented otherwise. ओके, माइनर इंक्रीज करता है, कब करता है? सो माइनर इसमें से कौन होगा, तो नंबर देख करके जो माइनर है वो माइनर होगा, जो मेजर है वो मेजर होगा। सो 1.0 इज कॉल्ड एज माइनर और 1.1 इज कॉल्ड एज मेजर। Minor numbers are incremented when changes are made that do not affect the overall process. That do not affect the overall process. Okay, so what this major and minor versions do, right? What this major and minor version do? So just its formatting and capability information by sender for the receiver, right? What this do? It will formatting and it is used to represent, right? Minor numbers are incremented when changes are made that do not affect the overall passing algorithm. वो माइनर नंबर जो है इंक्रीज करता है, कब इंक्रीज करता है? जबकि आपका चेंज मेड होता है, यानी कि हम चेंज करते हैं विदाउट एनी इफेक्ट इन ओवरऑल एल्गोरिदम, देन दैट विल बी इंक्रीमेंटेड, right? So here in an example we have HTTP 1.0 are previously released and inefficient, right? HTTP 1.0 जो है पहले रिलीज किया गया था और nowadays it is called as inefficient because whenever you are going to check that whenever the new technology will come, old one will inefficient, right? Unless unofficially supported by the browser through keep alive mechanism, right? इवन दो आप जानते हैं कि वो सारे प्रीवियस जो है कहीं ना कहीं स्टोर रहते हैं, unnecessarily Unnecessary overhead TCP chatter occurs with these versions, right? So here we have an example of chat of this version, right? And how that example works, let's check it out. So here we have receiver. So receiver, who is going to receive the call, that is called as receiver, and there is a caller. If you are the receiver, first what you are going to pronounce, hello. Then I am going to ask, is Penny there, or is Rohan there, or is Sohan there, Mohan there, whatever it may be. Then receiver, either his answer is yes, this is Penny, or no, this is not Penny, right? Then caller, great, how are you? Then receiver, I am doing well. Then sorry, I am doing well, thank you. Then caller said bye, right? So how many requests are there? 1, 2, 3, right? That's all. Then receiver once again will hang up. So at least these three processes going to be happened if you are going to operate anyone or anything, right? So this is an example of a simple one. When web pages are first created, bandwidth was restricted and most pages contained only one or two objects at the most. Although inefficient, this duplication of TCP session was not prohibited at the time. However, now it is not common for a single site to have dozen of objects, right? Okay, so when this HTTP 1.0 was created, at that time on a web page there will be at least, or at most we can say, one or two object is there. But if we are talking about nowadays, is it possible on your web page there is only one or two things? No. So HTTP 1.0 will be called as inefficient. Okay. So here is a example of HTTP 1.0, how this is going to be work. So if you are going to see that there is a client web browser. So what they are going to do, if you are going to see, then we have two things. One is HTTP request, then another is response, and in between we have some acknowledgement. This is actual three process, right? To get a web page, we have these three process: HTTP request, response, and in between we have some process of acknowledgement, right? Okay, what is persistent connection? In 1999, the IETF released the standard of HTTP as 1.1 improvement to deal with this performance issue, right? Why this 1.1 is released? To deal with the performance issue. This enhancement use persistence connection so that multiple objects can be transferred over the TCP. When we are started using the HTTP 1.1, we already know there are multiple sessions in TCP, and we are able to transfer more objects from one place to another, or for one client to server, right, or server to client. So that will be the basic difference between 1.0 and 1.1. So next, okay, what does slow start mean? Okay, स्लो सॉरी स्लो स्टार्ट का मतलब क्या होगा? स्लो स्टार्ट का मतलब यहाँ है, लेट्स चेक विद दिस एग्जांपल diagram. If you are the client or you have a browser, what you are going to do, you are going to request something, right? You are going to request something. some web page or something, right? So here we have the router of 1000 byte only, not the anymore 1000 byte only, right? And client knows their router capacity, so he have initiated a request of 1000 byte that goes to switch, and then switch sent to the router, right, to 1000 byte. But when router sent to the server, server does not know which one is compatible and what will happen. What will happen? So whenever the router asks to the server, server release the data with their full capacity, or with some extra capacity, right? Not the full capacity, with we can say with extra capacity. So when it release the 5000 byte information and it passed to the router, will router receive that much? No, the router is going to receive only the 1000 byte. Only the 1000 byte. It moves to the switch and then it goes to the client computer. So that's why what about the 4000 byte, and what happened if we are going to give this 5000 byte to this router? Completely this will be slowed down. Completely this will be slowed down. Okay. So the previous implementation of HTTP initially tried to accommodate this concept by issuing the keep alive extension. However, this extension did not deal with circumstances in which there was more than one proxy, right? If we are talking about 1.0, if there are more than one proxy, then that will not work. So to work with this more than one proxy, we are going to use 1.1. We are going to use 1.1. Unless the request header field explicitly indicates the following, HTTP 1.1 will allow multiple requests to be sent across the single TCP session. Right? So here we have another 1.1 working principle. The principle will be same, no issue. Right? The working principle, there will be only the slight difference, that the view, right? Because at the same time we are sending the multiple requests, so the first thing, it will be fast. Which one? The second one was HTTP 1.1 will be faster than HTTP 1.0, and it gives the good view of a web page.